They say money makes the world go round. But what if money itself no longer exists? Only the promise of it. America's wealth is a mirage built on faith. Faith in debt. $33 trillion. A number so vast it no longer frightens us because it feels unreal. Yet every second it grows. Tick, 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 like a clock counting down. This is not just economics, it's theology with interest. Welcome to the Church of Debt. After World War II, the United States emerged as the banker of the planet. Factories roared, highways stretched like veins, suburbs blossomed. To the world, it looked like prosperity. Underneath, something spiritual began to shift. Credit became the new covenant. Buy now, pay later, an idea as American as apple pie. From the GI Bill to the first credit card, we discovered a new gospel. Wealth could be summoned from tomorrow. By the 1960s, our confidence in debt was absolute. We didn't just borrow money, we borrowed time. So how does a nation create money it doesn't have? It begins with a quiet ritual inside the Federal Reserve. Every dollar in your wallet was once a debt on someone's balance sheet, a loan conjured by keystroke, multiplied by faith. Banks lend what they don't possess because they believe you'll pay it back. You borrow, they create. You repay, they erase. The entire system hums on trust, nothing more. It's an invisible machine of promises. In 1971, President Nixon cut the last thread connecting the dollar to gold. The world gasped, but quickly adapted. No longer tied to metal, money became pure belief. It was as if the altar had been stripped of its idol, and worship continued just the same. Now the dollar was backed only by confidence. Confidence in America's power, and its willingness to never stop owing. As credit cards spread, debt became personal. Your wallet turned into a portable bank. Swipe, sign, and pray next month would cover it. Wall Street learned to carve and sell these promises. Mortgages, bonds, derivatives, alchemy of modern times. They sold risk to those who believed risk could vanish, and we applauded because it made us rich. On paper, faith was profitable, but every religion faces its reckoning. In 2008, the illusion cracked. The temples of finance trembled. Icons of wealth turned to dust. Traders stared into the abyss of spreadsheets that no longer added up. For a moment, America doubted its God. Then, like any desperate congregation, we doubled down. Interest rates fell to zero. Money printing became salvation. The debt god was angry, but still alive. Fast forward to 2020. A microscopic virus froze the world, and governments opened the floodgates. Trillions poured into markets like holy water on scorched earth. Checks arrived in mailboxes. Stocks soared while Main Street withered. We called it relief. It was resurrection through borrowing. By 2021, the U.S. debt clock spun so fast it blurred, a digital halo. We didn't question the miracle because our portfolios looked divine. But miracles demand sacrifice. Inflation returned, wages lagged, and the cost of living devoured the middle. We built an economy where comfort today is debt tomorrow. Households, corporations, even students, each became a disciple. And as faith spread, so did inequality. Those closest to the money printer turned belief into billions. The rest of us tithed with interest. Now the number, $33 trillion, hangs above us like scripture carved in stone. Politicians recite it, pundits warn of doom, markets shrug. Because debt is no longer a problem, it's the foundation itself. Try to remove it, and the temple collapses. Every paycheck you earn, every mortgage you sign, every swipe of plastic under fluorescent light, it all feeds the same ritual. We measure success not by what we own, but by what we can borrow. Debt has replaced duty. Consumption has replaced citizenship. And when we whisper the economy, what we really mean is belief. Look around. Roads crumble, schools shrink, yet the markets bloom. It's as if two Americas coexist. One lives in numbers on a screen, the other in lines at the grocery store. The first believes debt is power. The second pays interest on that belief. Debt began as a tool, but we made it a creed. We trust the dollar more than each other. We pledge allegiance to growth we can't afford. And the altar we kneel before glows not with candles, but with the cold blue light of a credit score app. Maybe someday historians will call this era the Age of Faith. Not in God, but in leverage. Because belief, it turns out, is the most powerful currency of all. When enough people agree that a number means something, it becomes reality until it doesn't. Soft strings rise. The question is no longer, can we pay it back? It's, what happens when belief runs out? So tell me, when the next crisis comes and faith finally breaks, what will we worship then? Fade to black. Clock ticks once. Silence.